No, don't worry. So please,
we are,
what was
we
the
are,
last thing I said?
we are
If you
back
had the
on
last thing I said,
we are back on life. I hope these people will know that. Oh my god. Oh, today was just this has never happened before. You know, it
it's
has
now turned
never.
around. It appears my network became better.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm using a good laptop. I think it was full of this. The storage got filled and full, and then just the computer shut down. Try to join with
Is
my
there?
phone. I wish I stayed on my phone because with my phone I could hear you, and then we could just like take it to the end. Um, anyway, people will come back to listen. Um, People will come back to listen. So let's round up here. And I can also edit the video and join two of them together later. So,
It seems they are still here, but I don't know how many people are still in the call. Ocha, I greet you, sir.
oh, Ache, thank you for joining. Oh, this has just been crazy. Thank you for joining. This has been uh
Are there people still on the call? What was the last thing I said? What? Okay. What was the last thing you care? What was the last thing I said? I was saying something
is,
before
is Eukarya
that
here?
glitch. Yeah, Ukeya is here.
Okay, good, 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 good. Uh Yeah, maybe we can just continue from the last thing I heard you say was no, but that was so far away because I lost connection. Um
I've been talking. I've been talking
yeah.
without ceasing.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Thank you guys for joining back. Please share the live so that people can see that we are still on. Francis is loaded. 2 hours will not do. Francis is loaded. This is passion. This is experience. You know, and if we say it, it will be like because we are. This is experience. This is passion. This is knowledge. Me self, I even want to learn so much. I'm so sad that I lost connection for a while, but it's not uncommon when two big elephants join head. Or share your head there. How can you be comparing me to Francis? Come on, come on, come on, come on there.
Well, like I said, you guys whine for a living. I've asked you guys where if they are paying you guys for whining, please I need to
I
sign up.
no,
I can whine very well.
I wanted to
I
wear
can whine.
ties. Okay, so you said you were talking about how your father was angry with you.
So I said different things about my dad. And can you point the last thing I said, then I can pick it up from there. So, okay, Ukeya, confirm. Did you get the point when I was giving advice to parents and formators?
Maybe we can start there, even if you have said it before.
Okay, I'm just let me wait for a confirmation quickly.
Okay, okay. Oh my goodness, today was just something else. Wow. But thank you for holding the floor. It would have been even worse if you were not there. Let me see if Eukarya is on the. We can even call her.
How many people are in there?
I need to share it again because I didn't do the normal like create live and all that. I just went live. So please guys, if you could share this so that people would know that we are still live, because those who were on the other link would have lost us now. Let me share it on my page too.
Okay, we can wait. I'm not rushing to anywhere. I'm staying alone, so I'm not scared of anybody.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good.
And so,
Good.
and I'm in my house, so I'm not scared of any security stuff. I'm in my house.
Okay, this one she has answered.
Okay, great. Meaning she got the last part. I was speaking about formators before I saw your notification to join.
Okay.
We can wait for a few more people to join because who knows? Someone out there might need to hear this.
The good thing is that it's going to be recorded. So at the end of the day, it will still be on the page, and I can still edit a few things. Like if this part where you have not been saying anything, I can take it out. Then start from where you've said something.
No, great. Oh, great. Meanwhile, Fortunatus, I need to commend you for really setting up this platform, right? Because I know a lot of people out there would have been considering making that decision about their vocation, but they are scared because of the so-called stereotypes, right? But then, like I will always say, see, there will always be stereotypes. People will always say things.
Yeah.
If you become priest, sef, dem go say, why this fine boy go come go become priest? This one no suppose become priest. Why be say priesthood na only for ugly ugly people wey no sabi anything? So people go always find a way to say something.
Yeah.
You understand? People will
Yes,
always
I get.
have reasons
Yeah.
to say something. So like I mentioned something while you were off, and I was like, if you are scared, yes, do it afraid. And it's okay to be vulnerable because in your vulnerability, you get to discover the strength you have.
Yes.
So you really done great in setting up this platform where people come to share and their experiences and their journey so far.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
keep it up,
It's
bro.
from it's from a place of I've been an ex-Nigerian 2 times in one life, so I know how it dey be. I've never let those things stop me. As you share your experience, I shake my head. My
I
experience is
remember
that my parents
I
didn't first when I left junior seminary. I was expelled from junior seminary because we were using phone. Um, so my father almost died. He's the one that wanted me to be a priest. My mother doesn't care. My mother wanted me to go and study English and because she was studying English at UNN, I was doing her assignments even while I was in a junior seminary. I would do her assignments and people who paid for other undergraduates to do her assignments, she would score more than them. So she felt like I should just go and study English and become a lecturer. So after I was expelled from junior seminary, my dad was almost had a shock. So eventually, I said I still wanted to be a priest. They'd be like, "Are you okay?" I had to run away from my house for 6 months. When they discovered where I was, the priest who was helping me gave me a job to teach in a school, called them, and then begged them to bless me. That's how they now allowed me to go to Schoenstatt. So I got to Schoenstatt. They started accepting it small, small, and then all of a sudden I resigned again. So I knew that that was going to be unfair on them. So that's why in my own case, for 1 year they didn't know where I was, but I wasn't hiding. I was just hiding from them. My life on social media, I was posting my NYC things. I was living my life. I'm not saying
yeah, I
people
was
anybody.
keeping tabs on you then.
Yeah, I was doing my mother was not on Facebook, so I didn't care. I was living my life, but I just didn't want them to know that I had left the seminary because I didn't want them to. I didn't want my mother has high BP issues. My dad also the same thing. So I didn't want to be the reason for them to like collapse or something. But eventually, when I got admission to come here and study, I went home and told them, "Okay, I left seminary. Okay, I'm leaving." So that was like good news. But it worked out. It didn't. It was not an easy thing. It took me 1 year of my parents, my siblings not knowing where I was. 1 year of not going home for Christmas. 1 year of not going home for holiday. 1 year of like I was doing fruit business in Lokoja. I was producing fruit juice, smoothies. Any person in Lokoja barracks till today, they are still commenting on my page. They know me. Military officers, soldiers. because I was working in the military clinic. So I will produce fruit juice. I'll carry it on my head, graduate with buckets. I'll carry it on my head. I'll go to where they are playing ball. I employ two boys. They will be selling it and I'll be playing ball. At the end of the game, I'll come, I pay them, I go home. So yeah, and what you say is just so powerful. I do this because I know that a lot of people are not this strong-willed. A lot of people don't have that I don't care spirit to like just go and fight and make it. So that's basically
So
why
it's
I'm
not
doing.
as if, sorry to cut you here. It's not as if we don't care, right? We really do care, but we don't allow it take the best out of
Yes.
us. It's not as if we don't care because we are mindful of what people are saying, but then we
Yeah.
don't want it to take the best, to have the best. For instance, for someone like me, if I hadn't gone into the seminary, I would have still be confused. I
Yes.
would have known what I wanted to be or what I wanted to do with my life. Maybe I would still be maybe listening to all those go and study medicine, go and study this, go and study that, go and study this, go and. So for me, the seminary helped me in discovering myself, right? And now when I decide, I decide. So people always say, one wicked thing about Francis is that if he decides, nothing you will tell him that will change his mind. But me, I will
Yes.
always tell him that it's because decision makes a man. So you have to take the decision, the rough decision, right? I remember when Oche was about to leave. He's on the call. Oche, permission, can I go ahead? So I don't come arrest me for my house for mentioning your name.
Who is that fool?
Can I go ahead, Oche?
Ah.
Just type yes if I should go ahead, Oche. Otherwise, I remain silent forever.
It may take a while for his comment to come in. So maybe you can continue saying another thing. If we get his confirmation, then you can come back to this one. Oh, he said
Okay, Oche
yes.
said I should go ahead. So I remember when Oche was about leaving, when he reached out to me that Francis, look at what is happening. I said, guy, waiting you they wait for. Aya, enroll for NYC quick quick. He said, I want to go about them. I shared the link to him. I was like, okay, do this, do this, do this. You are good to go. I won't check his name on the NYC on the guy. There's this list that I used to call now.
Senate list.
The Senate list. I checked his list on his name on Senate, and his name was there. And I was like, guy, you are good to go. I apply, go save. And okay, you still remember that our encounter that year for that place where the women inside been dey corrupt you, abi?
I know that place. So I walked there too after you. That guy is
And
cruel.
see, nobody that has worked with that guy who was happy. Nobody. Even
Shadrach,
priests. Even
Shadrach,
priests.
so you are here. Shadrach Okolie, so you are here.
Even priests had issue working with him.
Yeah.
Not to talk. So for me, I was hearing stuff at that time that what are you giving to the community? You are not even helping me to clean my car. As per say I be your house boy. See, I'm very gentle, but I can be very stubborn at the same time. I used to say
Yes,
I'm a gentle agbero, very
we know
gentle and
that.
stubborn at the same. I will never look for your trouble, but please don't push me to the wall
Yeah, yeah.
because yeah, when I was in the novitiate, it got to a point I had to tell who was the person who was in charge of it. I was like, whenever you speak, I'm hearing this guy's voice. And when he tried to compare me with some of my, I was like, okay, why? I also played the same card because at that point, me, I was like, whatever is going to happen, let it happen. I was already done, right? I was like, okay, why can't you be like this, your priest brother as well? And he played up. He started like, it's not your time for you to play up. We are just having a conversation.
This is something that Shortstad gave us. So you can't try that in bigger. You can't try that in.
But you get it right. So because I came in with the mindset that they say it's a free world,
Yes,
right? It's
freedom
a
with
free world.
responsibility.
We have to be free. So if we have to be free, we should be able to express ourselves. And this is where I bring my advice for formators, right? This is where I bring in I am going to say my advice for formators. As a formator, or should I pause while
Yeah,
we wait
let
for
me.
others
Somebody
to
just
join?
commented that he was calling me. Yeah, I saw your call. Chukwuka, that's my classmate from DI. I saw your call, but I was trying to figure out joining back. So thank you so much. Please continue.
Right? So see some of the things we hear. or we've had, it takes the grace of God ba for us make we no exchange blows sometimes.
Yeah.
Wetin dey bring my parents matter for instance come into, you get, but
Yeah.
like I started, I didn't want to like bother or focus more on my experiences. So that was why I just mentioned all those things in passing, and I was just more of focus on what people need to know when you are going into the seminary. So
Yeah.
for formators, please be a good formator. Don't be the type that will say do what I say but don't do what I do. You should be a leader. You should be an
Yeah.
example. What a leader does is to gather people from different or people with different orientation, right? Is to gather people with different orientations towards achieving a set goal. That is the work of a leader,
Yeah.
right? Working with different persons regardless of their orientation, their background, their class, their socio-economic status, their geographical location towards achieving a set goal. That's what a leader does. Not
Yeah.
not telling them do what I say but don't do what I do. What if that person is there because he wants to emulate your life, right?
Yeah.
As a formator, you are meant to help the individual be formed. You are helped to form the individual. You are meant to help the individual discover his or her pathway. You are meant to help the individual discern, right? Discern what God wants of him or her.
Yeah.
Do you understand? As a formator, you are meant to provide spiritual guidance because a lot of folks out there in seminary are experiencing serious vocation crisis. Sometimes they are even scared of going to to the formators because of what the formators will have to do, the type of decisions
Yeah.
the formator will take after sharing the challenges they are going through. You see, as a seminarian, you are not perfect. Even as human being, even as a priest, you are not perfect, and that is why you need someone to guide you. And if a formator cannot do that, then why is it called a formator?
Yeah.
If I cannot open up to someone who I call a formator and share some certain things about myself, and share my challenges with you, then you failed. You have failed big time.
Yeah.
You have failed big time. Imagine you are in a seminary, your seminary or your community has a spiritual director, but students don't come to you as a spiritual director. Are you
It's
getting
failure.
that?
It's total
Students
failure.
don't come to you as a spiritual director, rather they go outside, they go to other communities
Mm-hmm.
because they are scared. Then they will come discuss, decide your matter on a bottle of wine or for table, or for Feria Quinta. When they come dey discuss, they come say, you know say this guy can't tell me this kind thing ba.
Look at what Ocha is saying. Please lower your voice. That one too loud. He was talking about when you
No,
said people don't go to their spiritual directors and formators.
sorry, I lost the last thing you said, Fortunatus.
I said Augustine Christopher was talking about when you said people don't go to their formators. He said you should lower your voice.
No, but we have to say the truth. Yes, I get the point, right? But we have to say the truth because that's the reality. Imagine that you are my spiritual director, but I cannot come to you. I cannot share my problems with you. You are my formator, but I cannot share my problems with you. I cannot tell you anything. I see you as an enemy. You see me as an enemy, or you see me as a sinner, and I should be looking at you as God because you are a spiritual director.
Hmm.
You get, meaning the system is is what? Meaning the system is, there's something wrong with the system.
Yes.
So this is not directed to a particular community. It's just a general concession, a general advice, right?
Yeah. There's a question here. This is from my classmate John. Um, Look at the question. You know, you talked about some people are called, they are chosen. Some people are not called, they are chosen. Some people are, what's the third one? They are,
Some are called, they are not chosen.
okay, good. So talking about those who are still in the seminary, because the disclaimer you made is very clear that you are not trying to say that the vocation rub off anything negative on the priestly vocation. So let's do something that can benefit those who are still in the seminary. This is from an outsider's perspective, an outsider who has also been an insider, and not just a passerby insider. In your time in the seminary, you were very good. You followed the rules, you obeyed, you did well. In fact, seminary built you. So, what can you say to seminarians who are in the seminary now, who are listening to this kind of conversation?
So I mentioned something with that regard while I was speaking. Maybe I didn't know if they picked the point. I'm going to cycle around it again. I
Okay.
said when you find yourself within the walls of the seminary, create space, right, to pray, commune with God to guide you because you are officially up against principalities and powers, right? Because as a seminarian or as a priest, you are automatically you have officially given yourself to principalities and powers. You face challenges, right? Stay focused, right? Be obedient. This was the point I mentioned the evangelical councils, obedience, chastity, and poverty. And the
Yeah.
most important among this is obedience because poverty and chastity cycle or revolves around obedience,
Yeah.
right? And this is, of course, the most difficult part of the priesthood. It's not
Yes.
even the poverty, it's not even the celibacy because you are
Mhm.
human. Everybody is a human. And once in a while, people get carried away by feelings. It's key. And I remember stand for the truth. Do the right thing, but don't when you do the right thing, please do the right thing. After Jesus Christ was alone before the masses, he was always alone because
Yeah.
if your commentator say or
We're losing Francis. I think his network is having issues. Um, if you are in the seminary, obey the rules. There is somebody I know who will be ordained very soon in a diocese in Nigeria. And the last conversation I had with him, he was telling me, you know what, my classmates, he didn't include himself, but it's like my classmates, they go lodge in a hotel and do stuff during their off days. You know what I'm talking about. Um, Francis has said it. You know, if people who are in the inside say it now, you'd be like, oh, most times when we talk, you think it's because we are seminarians, we are angry with anybody. This is not true. Like, there are principalities and powers still on the earth. Or build your spirituality. The people of God are yearning for a certain kind of witness. If
please
theology, okay, continue,
confirm this
continue,
now.
continue. No, no, sorry, continue.
So what was I saying? What was I saying?
So you were saying obey the rules. You mentioned something about principalities and powers. Are you there?
So what was the last thing I said? Yeah, what was the last thing I said?
So it was around
So I was okay. I was saying okay. So I was like saying obedience. Please, okay. I mentioned. I already told you that be truthful. I mean, just be truthful. Be upright. Alone. It's very much okay. After Jesus Christ was alone most of the time. Whenever he says something, people always disagreed with him. But that doesn't mean go and start fighting with your formators. I will never advise you for that.
yeah.
Do. Don't go and start having arguments with them, right? And please do not live under. body at the end of the day. Don't go and start pretending or go and start like doing I yourself into the priesthood, you become frustrated, you become sad, you become an unhappy priest, right? Avoid mob or crowd mentality. It destroys. When they don't dey hail you fortune, 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 and they are hailing you fortune, fortune, you enter from avoid that move. Avoid it at all cost. If you know what is right, stand for it. Say what is right at every
Yeah.
point in time. Please be diligent, be prayerful, be praying. See, very very important. I can't overstress this. Be prayerful. Please, someone can help me type in the comment box. Be prayerful. Pray. Commit every aspect of your doings or of your activities, of your actions to God. Into the picture. Let them guide you. Because you are up. You are up against principalities and powers. Guys, you are
Yeah.
a lot of things coming. Is it women? Women will come after you. Men will come after you. Right? And some people will just prepare for ordination. They don't prepare for the priesthood. And that is the worst part of it. See, the moment you are wearing that ring, you've taken a very serious you've and that you've the moment you've put on that ring and you've kissed the bishop's hand, you are kissed as in you are telling I submit to you. Guys, network is a bit bad. You are like saying I submit to you, right? The moment you kiss his hand and you wear that ring, you've already committed unless you decide to leave the priesthood. So don't just prepare for ordination. Don't just rally around your village, your community, reaching out to people that will buy you cars
Now is ordination season.
when
All
you
of them
become
are in
a
my
priest or
DM.
when you start sitting as the rector. Or when you start sitting as a rector or as a formator, you start building houses, buying cars. Granted, if you have your initiative to create a business or to develop a skill that will help the society, that will make you earn income, and that income you will use it to decide. In short, when you sign up for the vow of poverty, meaning anything you own should go back to the community. That is what it means. It should go back to the community, not using it to enrich. Is the diocese that is supposed, or the religious order or community that is supposed to take responsibility for you, meaning they provide a vehicle for you if you need to be mobile and they fuel it, then they give you some form of stipends, right? Meaning if you are
Yes.
creating any business, the money ideally should be going back to the community or the seminary. But ladies and gentlemen, let's be realistic. Is this the case? Most times,
This, of
no.
course.
Because at that point, when they've ordained, I have arrived. This is time for me to make up for those years I've given to God. Now the people of God have to give to me. It's a very big fallacy, right? These were part of the reasons why I had my own serious vocation crisis. I was thinking all these things in my head. All these things were just stuck up there. I worked closely with deacons, with priests, with seminarians, and I knew a lot of things that were going on. So all these things were like, Francis, no, this is not what you want to do. Because me, at some point, I know myself. I can't, even in my place of work, they know me for that. If something is not okay, I'll tell you, please, this is not okay. I can't do this. Right? I'll tell you, this is not okay. I can't do this. So don't prepare for ordination. Is this I will even add a fourth one to it. Is it Some are called to the seminary just to be ordained but not to become priests. Because as a priest, you're supposed to be representing Christ.
Yeah. Wahala
So
full.
imagine a priest already calculating, don dey press calculator, dey calculate about see a type of car wey I wan ride when I become priest, see a type of house wey I wan build when I become priest. Like I mentioned, I will still reiterate and I will recap, right, without mixing word. The priesthood is a noble vocation. I admire priests a lot. I value them, I appreciate them, especially those who are living the life. Please, if you know you cannot live that life of sacrifice, see, truth is, in short, the sacrifice is even the least of things you should be worrying. That obedience crowns it all. If you know you cannot live that life, please take two steps backward, right? Take two steps backward and find your way out.
Yeah.
Even as a married man, you can serve God to the best. Don't be even surprised on the last day, a lot of lay faithful will be in heaven. Why the angels will ready their blala to flog some of the clergymen or the religious we have. And like I said, that you're in the seminary does not mean you must become a priest. What is a seminary in the first place? The seminary is a house of formation where people are trained to become leaders, priests, religious ministers, imams, right? Preachers.
Francis, you have broken this table. Oh my God, I cannot thank you enough. You know, this is the energy you have. This energy you
No,
put
so,
it
see,
into anything. You put it into
I
football.
talk no currently I talk for a living. See, talking is like my second profession now because I talk, I train people a lot. Yeah, I do a lot of training. So I get, of course, I interface with a lot of local government stakeholders, and I have to do a lot of talking, right?
Okay.
So I talk a lot, I've trained people a lot. So
Yeah.
I talk for a living. So don't mind me. I can just open my mouth and you have to stop me. Otherwise, I'll just keep talking.
It is past 11 p.m. now, and I would want to invite you to give us, like, if there are any things that were in your mind while you were preparing to have this conversation, any final thoughts, any final words, any kind of summary of the things that you really want to make sure that people remember, that people who have been part of this conversation walk away with. Please give us those, bless us with those, so that we can wrap it up. Thank you so much.
Oh, okay, so everything I'm going to say now are things I've already said before. But I'm just going to say this so you can type it and like take home points. First,
Yeah.
those four things I said, some are called, right? They are not. Some are called and they are chosen. This set of people, they become successful, they become fruitful, and they become very happy priests, right? Not just the priesthood alone, but any vocation or any profession at all, right?
Yeah.
Some are called, they are not choosing. Some are called, they are not choosing. In terms of fruitfulness, success, and happiness, they face other vocations and they do very well and they are content. It's just that they just have that little pushback because they didn't make it to the desired profession they were supposed to fit in. But God has found a way of settling them. Then some are not called and they are chosen. These ones they force themselves into the priesthood or into that particular vocation and they become walking disasters on the streets of the church or of the society where they find themselves. Also, some are called to the seminary, but they are not called to be priests, right?
Yeah.
Some are called to the seminary, they are not called to be priests. In this case, the seminary becomes a formation house. You get formed, you get to discover yourself, you get to discern what God wants of you. You get to discover, know yourself, know your capabilities, your capacities. Trust me, Felix was my classmate in the minor seminary. I was not among it was in my SS2. Yes, it was in my SS2 towards the third term, second term, third term, thereabout, that I haven't discovered my academic prowess. If not,
Mm.
I was lost in the class. You will never see me among the first 10 persons in class in the minor seminary, right?
Mm.
It was in my SS2 then, at some point when I started coming close to 10th, 5th, and the rest in the class in terms of position. But if you see my life in the same in the major seminary, you would think that growing up, yes, when I was in primary school, I was a very smart and intelligent kid. But in the secondary school, I lost it. Why? In the first place, I was even forced to go to the minor seminary.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to a normal secular school, but my dad said it has to be St. Kizito's minor seminary. Anyway, thank God for that because it helped me to be an organized human being. I used to be very scattered. It helped me to be very organized and coordinated and the rest. Right? I think I started discovering myself from those formation days, those early formation days. But in the major seminary, if those of you who knew me in the seminary, it would be like you would think that I've been that super or star student, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, officially, guys, I'm giving a shout out to Felix, right? I'm giving a very big shout out to Felix because Felix, Felix, God will bless you for me, right?
Okay.
God will bless you. Felix, he supported me with a lot of resources, materials in Schoenstatt. And guy, you and Mosier, God will bless both of una. Abeg send my message to Mosier. I know say you and Mosier una be 5 and 6. Send my message to Mosier. But Felix, I'm saying this today, but know that you have a special place in my heart, right? Just know that. I'm going to say it out there. We might not always get to talk or get to chat, but I'm saying this out there, right? So back to the take home point. So I stopped at some are called to the seminary, but they are not called to be priests. In this case, the seminary helps to form you, right? The seminary helps to form you, to discover yourself. Then some are called to the seminary to be ordained, but not to be priests. And in this case, I'm talking about the lifestyle,
Yeah.
right? Because some people prepare just for ordination, they don't prepare for the priesthood, right?
Go ahead.
And then decision makes a man. When that time comes for you to decide, be bold, face your fear, do it afraid. It's okay to be vulnerable because in vulnerability lies the strength, lies the great strength you are, lies the stuff you are made of. Of course, I'm an ex-seminarian, you are an ex-seminarian, and so what? People will talk. People will always talk. People become a why they say for seminary na only ugly people then they ordain as priest. Why this guy handsome? Say as he handsome now and he no suppose become priest, he suppose come marry.
Mm.
People will always talk, but please stay focused because it's a rat race out there. And regardless of the fact that it's a rat race out there, it's also a rat race in the seminary. And that's why some people will. Haven't you heard of cases whereby people will go behind your back and they will say a lot of things to the formators so that the formators will have a bad impression about you? So it's a
Mm.
rat race everywhere. So it's the same challenges you will face inside the seminary that you will face outside the seminary. So do it afraid. Be focused. Build. See, very important. But Fortunatus, you can delete all the comments, but this one must be there. Build capacity.
I'll put it in capital letter.
Build capacity. Learn a skill. Learn a soft skill. Learn a hard skill. I cited an example of a brother and friend. I cited my own example. Guy, there was a time I saw Gary tire. I saw Gary, my eyes red. Gary almost, but build capacity. It's going to be rough. It's not going to be soft.
Yeah.
Build that capacity. Those things, those skills you will build, they will help you. There are free courses on the streets of the internet. There are free courses on the doors of Coursera, Allison, Udemy, LinkedIn. Even this LinkedIn help say people they can't do paparazzi. A lot of skills dey there where you go learn. Learn Learn stuff about software, learn IT skills, right? See Excel, you see this thing called Excel. If you sabi Excel or if you sabi if you sabi things about Microsoft and things about Google Suite, you go blow.
Yeah.
Learn those skills. See, it's going to be crazy. See, they no dey share ice cream for here oo. They no dey share ice cream outside. E go rough, but do it roughly too. Face it ruggedly. Be resilient. Be resilient. When they see you, they should see grit. A never give up type of person. They should see you as that person,
Yeah.
right? Ask questions when you are lost. When you start feeling that this is not it, this is not going well, I'm not feeling the vibe, start asking questions. Leaving the seminary does not make you a failure. You only become a failure when you force your way into the seminary and you become a frustrated and an unhappy priest, or when you leave the seminary and you do not do anything. Please, you want to take that note as well. Leaving the seminary does not make you a failure, right? You only
Mm-hmm.
become a failure when you force yourself into the priesthood and you become a frustrated and an unhappy priest, or when you leave the seminary and you decide to do nothing. That is when you become a failure. In everything you do, trust the Almighty, trust God. He never fails, he never sleeps, he never slumbers, right?
Yeah.
In everything you do, trust God. And for you, seminarians, young seminarians out there, trying to discover yourself or trying to find your way into the priesthood, please do the right thing. Be upright, be good, be good.
Thank you so.
Don't seclude yourself. Do not seclude yourself for do not seclude yourself as a seminarian from the people, because you were chosen from that people or from those
Yes.
people, you were chosen from them. Don't seclude yourself because you will need them. It's like what my guy Lucky Dube will always say: be good to the people on your way up the ladder, because you are going to need them on your way down. But the way some seminarians carry themselves, hey, even his holiness Jesus Christ go dey fear, go say, ah, na my seminarian be this.
Now who won't God save me with this?
You've canonized yourself as holy and thou. You've canonized yourself as a saint. You've canonized yourself as the ultimate, the most powerful. Every other, you go see some persons they become priests. They will now see their classmates or their classmates and they will say, how you dey? You are look you e be like say the word it e be like say you, what sort of nonsense? You are called to serve for God's sake. See, you are called to serve as a priest. You are called to serve as a seminarian. You've not even gone anywhere. You are still discerning.
Oh my God.
Right?
Francis, I have 10 recharge cards for people who joined us. I've never done this before. This guy came from another life and they joined us. So Chooks Divine, please give me two names of people who came with you from Chinedu Celestine's page. Send it to me in my DM, okay? And then I'll send you guys. That's you and two other people. I'll send you guys the recharge card. Um, I told Eukeria Abonyi to tell us, like to give us, like just pick people who are active during this life. I've never done this before. Just to encourage people, they use their data to join us. Don't select anybody who is in the US. You see, like this guy now, don't select him.
Fortune, Fortune,
Yes.
can you hold on? I have one more last word for parents. So this is
Okay.
for parents.
Okay.
So for parents, so you can type it as well. For parents, please do not force your children into vocations because other people are doing it. Let them discover what they want to do. Let them create their niche for themselves, right?
Yeah.
Rather, you should support their dreams. You should support
Okay.
their dreams. And for ex-seminarians or for ex-seminarians who are still scared to start or to try life, it's not too late to
Yeah.
start. Every day presents a new opportunity to explore the world and the society. So it's not too late to start. If you are afraid, please do it afraid. Go with your full chest and do it afraid.
Okay. Thank you. Every day presents an opportunity to start. Uh, what did this guy say? Chooks Divine, what did you say is not good at all? Chooks Divine, what did you say is not good at all? Chooks Divine, can you comment? What did you say is not good at all? Okay, maybe it's like parents forcing kids to. Okay, maybe that's what you're saying. Parents forcing kids to join seminary. My dear
No,
brothers and sisters,
not just
or
seminary
any
alone.
vocation.
Parents
Yeah.
pursuing any vocation or profession.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Justice, for rescuing me on that. I was busy
Please,
typing what our legend was saying.
and one last thing, I hope with this gbas of mine, or I hope with this gbas of mine, I've been able to enlighten and not confuse anybody. I hope I've been able to share, and I hope you learned something, right?
Yeah, I mean, I learned something. I learned a lot. A lot. Hey, there's one last thing I want to ask you.
Okay,
Okay,
go ahead.
because one of the things that when we lose it, we lose so much is reading culture. And some do not even have it. So you spoke about how reading was something that, apart from keeping yourself busy with football, um, how reading was something, and then taking journals, just free writing. What are the tips you can share with people who are not able to read 500-page books like you in 2 or 3 days? Like, what are some of the things that you do that helps you to stay on that track?
So you don't have to read a whole book within 2 days, within one day, within 3 days. In short, me, I'm even a learner when it comes to reading. I know of people that when they take a book of 1,000 pages, they will read everything within a day. They will just be scanning through and they are reading everything, and they will tell you what is in that book. So even if it's a page, you can read. There are a lot of great books. Sometimes, for instance, there's this book. Hold on, let me take this from my. Look at this book, Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's an amazing book. You learn a lot of things that nobody will teach you, right? So there are series of there's also this book. There's also this book I will also recommend, An Enemy Called Average by John Mason, right?
Yeah,
So there are a lot of books, but me, I'm not my kind of books. The kind of books I read are books like 48 Laws of Power, The Mafia Manager, um, strategic books. So there are different kinds of books you can read. A page is a day is enough. If it is that page, you can go. If it's a page that you can read for a day, explore it, read. See, aside the fact that it broadens your horizon, you are learning a lot of skills. You are learning a lot of stuff, right?
yeah,
So if reading is not in your forte, look for what is your forte. If it is surfing the internet, surf the internet, but please don't go and stop surf the internet for things that will be leading you astray instead of leading you to the right path, right? If you want to, if I type that surf the internet, be curious, get your phone. Most of the things I learn, most of the things I learn or I use, most of the tools I work with or I learn, I learned how to use. I learned them from YouTube. I learned some of them from YouTube. So in short, YouTube is a whole reservoir of resources that there is nothing you want to learn, you won't learn there. So if reading is not your forte, surf the internet, learn one or two skills. If you are curious about a particular field, you want to venture into it, go to the internet, search, make use of this time, seize the moment and learn
Yeah.
something new. If you can write, just take your pen, do free writing, write anything that comes to your head.
Mm.
The first set of poems I wrote, even though I never published them or I never put them out there, the first set of poem I wrote them within that period I was waiting for my NYC.
Yeah.
Within that same period, I was writing my story. I started writing my story, narrating my experiences growing up, growing up as a child. And yes, those are the points I started doing out some of those things. Free writing. Sometimes, have you ever thought of the fact that sometimes when you are just idle, great ideas flows through your brain or through your memory?
Yeah.
Have you thought of it? So at those points, when you have those ideas, scribble them down, scribble them somewhere. Sorry, I don't know if I answered your question
Yes, yes,
properly.
yes, yes, yes. I think the problem most people have is you want to start today and finish today, and that is so. The fact that you are talking about start small, just if you can read a page and stay with it, and like just stay with it and enjoy something from that one page is okay, is enough for the
More
day.
importantly, there was one point I was supposed to even mention. See, like so it still cycles around decision makes a man, right? Yes, it's okay to be afraid, it's okay to be vulnerable, but then take a step. You have to move. Don't
Yeah.
just sit fixated in one place. Don't just sit like a figurine who is transfixed in a particular position. Move. Take a step.
Say Francis
Chris, you
there.
are not serious. I still remember that punishment I received from Father Ogunbawo. But then that punishment was a writing punishment, right? But that was like the least type of punishment you would give to me. I had 2 days to deliver. I went so it's just a side talk. I had 2 days to deliver, so I did extensive research. For those 2 days, I didn't sleep. By the time I presented that and Ogumbawo asked the class if there was any question, the class was mute because they were scared of asking questions and they would get an assignment.
Yeah. Wow, this is really good. Francis, I know that you would love to talk for another 2 hours because I know you. I've spent more than 3 years with you. But it's getting to almost 11:30 p.m. in Nigeria, and I'm trying to be considerate. Man, all these people who have followed us up to now. Oh, let's make it 1,000 each for 6 people. Hey, justice. I get people. I get people. Oh my god. Thank you, Justice. Thank you, Justice. Thank you. And yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. How do I select this? Francis, let me give it to you. Can you view people on the live? Just select six
Okay,
people.
let me go to live. I hope I can see people on the live on. Ah,
Select people. Don't select anybody abroad though. Those ones, our data is different. Hey, Justice, thank you so much.
silent. I will always worship you.
But yeah,
I'm trying
Francis,
to I'm trying to see those who are online.
okay.
Don't worry, I know I'm on mic, I'm singing, don't mind me.
No, no,
I
no.
love
No,
to
what I'm,
sing.
I want to yab you. You know, when that time when the same now, you were not this God thing, no day your mind like that too. Now only book.
So, like I said, Fortunatus, like I said, right? Like I said, when we were there, right?
Yes.
I was doing all I needed to do. I was not, if you watch me, if you watch my lifestyle, I was not the type that would be kabashing.
Yes. Now Emmanuel Okeke be kabash for your class. Or maybe Ukele has slept too. Oh. Hi Francis. How do we do this now? Let me see if I can write a message because I told her earlier to keep an account of people who would be. Are you still on the live? To keep an account of people who will be here till the end. Um, you know what? I can do this later. So if oh my god, I think we are losing Francis. How do we do this? Okay, we have 8 people on the live right now, and in these 8 people, I don't know if I can see them. I can't. Okay, we lost Francis. Anyway, he has more or less given us like powerful points. Powerful points. Who's this one? Emmanuel Okeke, the young man from Ejibo. This guy, so you know Emmanuel Okeke.
So,
Then you
like I
listen.
was saying, Fortunatus, can you hear me? Like I
Yes,
was
yes,
saying,
yes.
see, you will. So I'm a very low key type of person. Naturally, I'm a very low key type of person, right?
Yeah,
So even when we were there, you will never see me doing all this kabaching. But trust me, there is no money. I wake up, see, 5:30, I'm outside, I'm out of my room. 5:30,
mm.
I'm out of my room. I'm either in the shrine or I'm saying my rosary somewhere, right?
I think I
5:30,
remember that.
I'm out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
5:30, I'm out of my room. I'm either if you are outside 5:30, you see me strolling around with my rosary, saying my
Mm.
rosary.
Yeah,
But you hardly see me doing all this kabash or oroboskanda, jigidiskanda, rekete, rakata. I wasn't doing that because
yeah,
I know that is not me, right? But then was I doing the things I was supposed to do that was required of me? Yes, I was. If you ask me, although I cannot be a judge of my own case.
yeah. No, I think no, I was only joking. Like you were not in
No,
the you were not
I
in
get your I
the
totally get your point.
you were not you were just a very sound intellectual guy who was following the rules, who was obedient, who nobody can you can't just play with Francis. You can't just tell Francis anything and go get away with it. Now you be our motivation to take logic seriously now. Because if you're anybody sits down with you on the table and you don't have your facts right. Oh my god. It seems like Eukarya is no more here. Can you pick for us? Pick 5 people who, okay, 6 actually. And I will coordinate with Justice later to send it to them. 6 people. There are people that came from another page to support us here. So Chooks Divine, I've told him um, to give me 2 people from that page, including himself. So um it's pure gentle bliss. And who again? um okay, so for this trip, so just yeah, Chooks, I've seen your message. I'll send it to you guys, okay? So Francis, are you able to choose or should I just pick people?
Please speak.
Okay. On the live session right now, I see 8 people.
Can you mention names? Just mention name.
If you are on this live at this point and you will appreciate a 1,000 naira recharge card, please just chat, send a comment with your name. The first 6 people, the first 6 comments that we see, and with the network you're using. I don't want to choose it in any
Please,
other
who is
way.
this MC philosopher that is whining me?
Okay, MC Philosopher is number one. Good. MC Philo. Eh,
No. No, the MC philosopher is just whining me though. I don't know who he is. I
He's a
wanted to know who
seminarian.
is
I know
it.
him. I think he's in SS Peter and Paul. So we'll give him one.
Eh,
Yeah.
okay.
So do you want to choose any other person? I'm still waiting for comments. The first six
So
comments, comment with the network you are using, and then I will coordinate with Justice. We'll send you 1,000 naira recharge card for joining us. Thank you. Comment with your network. I'm here, MTN. Good. I've taken your name, MC Philosopher. The first person. We need 5 more people. Comment with just comment your Nena. You did not say your network now. No, no. Okay, promise Nena. No, I'm not counting this guy Chooks because I'm taking care of their own. Well done, MTN. Good. So we have Chukwuka JS MTN. MC Philosopher MTN. Any other person? Chooks, your own is taken care of now. Don't worry. The 3 of you that came from Chinedu's page, I would handle that differently, okay? So Chooks, your own is taken care of. Any other person? We are waiting for 4 more people to comment with the networks they need MTN for. Just to It's pure bliss. Yes, it's pure bliss was here. Terry, I hope you are in Nigeria. Because this your picture is looking like your picture is looking like a way picture. I am live, but I don't need the airtime currently. You are doing well. Oh, thank you so much, Oliver. Thank you. I appreciate. This is the kind of people we really appreciate. Chooks, I've seen your own. Don't worry now. I say I will handle your own differently. Your own is not among these 6, okay? It's pure bliss. It's not among these 6. I will send you guys yours. This is from somebody that just donated to give us 1,000 for 6 people. Justice. So is there any other person? I only have 2 people here. I only have 2 people here. Oh, people don't need this thing. Ah, okay. Don't mind me, just joking. I thought as much. This is your picture that is looking like you are contesting with Biden. You are here telling me to give you 1,000. Okay, I think we don't have any more people, so I'll give to these 2, and then I'll go back to the video to see like who had more comments and all that, and then I'll give. Of course, Eukarya. I
Okay,
think she
so
just.
someone is asking a question. I'm seeing a chat. Someone is asking a question. If those call
What's the question? Sorry, Francis. What's the question? Oh, we are losing Francis. Okay, guys, I would end it here. For now, I have 3 people. MC Philosopher. Okay, Joseph. Joseph, if you're not type now, yeah, man. You that is my G. Joseph. You that is my G. Joseph Emmanuel. MTN. Okay, we need 3 more people. 3 more people. Just type the network you need. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 2 more people. 2 more people. 2 more people. All right. I'm leaving. I'll find those 2 later, okay? So, once again, I want to say a big thank you to Francis. I just have learned so much, even me will be coordinator. So that's to show you that there's never a time when we stop learning. There's never a time. Thank you, Francis, for coming back.
okay, so
What's the question?
someone was asking a question that courageous enough to live after careful discernment for fear of stereotype in the Nigerian society. What would be your advice? See, these are the things we've been saying since the beginning of this call. It's
Mm.
either it's either you take that decision afraid, or you force yourself into the priesthood and become frustrated and
The network has just become terrible. Okay, we have one, two, three,
So
four, five, six.
it's either you make that bold decision. Yes, it's going to be crazy out there. It's going to be crazy, right? It's going to be crazy. But then it's either you take that bold step and make that decision, or you float into the priesthood and you become something else, right? Because one way or the other, you will see it.
Yeah.
One way or the other, you will see it.
Oh my God. So I want us to
So
bring
I
a
hope I answered your question, MC philosopher.
MC philosopher. Just go back and watch the video. You know you are. I don't know when he joined, but you've covered this. You've covered this like over and over and over. So once again, I want to say thank you, Francis. This has been a very impactful section. This has been one of the like most outstanding times that we had here. The other people who we interviewed have always continued to enriching us, to enrich us, to enliven the conversation, and you are just like you broke the table. Thank you for breaking the table. We hope that we can still have a table to keep our computer next time.
Repair
Really
it.
amazing. Thank
Repair
you.
the table. Fix the table. Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, thank you
All
so
right.
much for having me on your platform and for your extending this invitation to me. So let me tell you this now. So when you reached out the first time, I was like, should I really do this? I was a bit skeptical of doing
Yeah.
this, right? But then I thought of it for a few minutes, and I asked two of my brothers. We're also together in Schoenstatt. I asked two of them. I was like, guys, how far? This guy is inviting me to come and share some experiences. You guys think I should do this? I don't know why I'm a bit skeptical about it, but I think I I didn't take it didn't take me much time to decide, right? Because a part of me wanted to do it, a part of me was skeptical about it. But those guys were like, Francis, it's just about going to share your experience. You can, people might learn from it, but I think doing this now, I'm happy I did it, right? You know why? I'm happy I did it because I believe my story might not be very super in that sense, but then I feel there are one or two things people would have picked from this,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And that was why I focused more on like life outside the seminary. Then at some point I also talked about life within the seminary.
Yeah.
So and then I'm very very low key because even a lot of people in my circle don't even know about that part of my life.
Mm. Okay.
But then doing this was worthwhile, right?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We are immensely grateful. And yeah, I appreciate this. I appreciate the yes you gave us. I appreciate the impact. I appreciate you breaking the table, breaking my computer, breaking everything.
You're always welcome. Trust me, you're always welcome. And if there's any session you want me to come facilitate, I'm
Yeah.
available.
Okay. I'm keeping that. I'm keeping that. Thank you. All right, we bring it to a close now. One, two. I want to appreciate everybody who has joined us, from the first person to the last person, with your comments, with your engagement, with your the conversations that you've brought here. I want to appreciate all of you. Gideon, oh Ikechuku, thank you. All those who have been sending in their question, commenting, liking, sharing it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. This is amazing. I really appreciate it. And we hope that these stories that we elevate, these stories that we uplift, will be a source of encouragement, will be a source of like healing, will be a source of like pushing people to go ahead and dare to, try to start new things. And of course, if you forget everything, do not forget to build capacity. Do not forget that if you are afraid, start afraid. Dare it like that. Be vulnerable. And even in your vulnerability, you'll find that there lies your strength. So thank you again, and peace out to all.
And I hope I did not unleash loads of violence.
See, now
I
they say
hope
you unleash, they say you unleash violence, violence button. Oh my
I
god.
hope I did not unleash loads of violence.
Oh my god. Thank you, guy. Thank you.
Eh,
Okay, let's end it here. Okay, this is
yeah.
all right. Thank you. Bye.